there is one policy that so many artists have in place that's actually causing them to lose so many opportunities, whereas they might think it's helping them save their time and only interact with the serious buyers. I'm gonna talk about this policy and why this mindset is so backwards, and how my new policy literally allows so many more people to learn more with me and actually convert to a booking. So in this video, I'm going to break down why a card on file policy for a consultation is quietly costing you so many clients. I'm going to talk about what's happening behind the scenes and exactly why, so you can thoroughly understand and make an educated decision for yourself, and what to do instead if you want to increase bookings, but also increase your show rate and still protect your time. I'm Isabel. I'm a six-figure permanent makeup artist. I'm also the founder of the Permanent Profits in-house marketing solution. This, after agencies posting organically for so many years just was not getting me progress, this actually boosted my income to 10K plus months. And honestly, I'm working 3 days a week, I'm living life, and I'm loving it. So this was basically the solution to fill my books and raise my prices. Now, let's jump right into this. So most artists think that they just need to protect their time. And while I love this and it's very empowering and it makes sense when you think about it, it's actually hurting you so much. So let's think about it in terms of, like, I used to work at Mercedes-Benz. Let's just take that as an example because it's such a good one. Now, people would book test drives for $100,000, $200,000 cars. They would give me a call and say, hey, Isabel, I'm gonna come in at 4 o'clock. I'd love to test drive this car. And I would say, awesome, I'll have it pulled up for you. My name's Isabel, just walk to the front and ask for me. Your name will be there. I'll be waiting for you outside with the car. Now, at no point were we asking for them to put a card on file to just learn more or take a test drive. And the reason for that is Mercedes-Benz would have a lot less buyers if they needed some financial commitment to showing up and buying that car. Life gets busy, right? Look at us. We sell a luxury service. It's not their heart surgery appointment that they need to show up for. It's a luxury service that they want to learn more about that actually would allow them to get more serious about buying. So again, us at Mercedes-Benz, we did not ask for a card on file because we're in sales, right? If you walk into Raymore and Flanagan and they say, hey, we just need a card before you walk around and browse, that would be so ridiculous. So fixing the mindset around I'm protecting my time is really actually so much limiting you. And this has been tested myself within my business. So we ran a test for 3 months straight, asking people for a card before they confirmed their consultation with me, and ghosted. Like, so many more people just did not respond because they were uncomfortable with that. They obviously had seen me once, twice, 3 times on the internet and are interested in learning more, but they aren't comfortable giving me their credit card. And if you take a step back, it really does make sense as well, right? It's not a warm referral. It's not someone that is ready to book the appointment already and put that deposit down. So you have to really understand what is happening from your buyer's shoes. Again, your clients don't know you yet. You are asking for them to commit before they even trust you. And people have been burned in the past. People don't feel like entering their credit card information online is the best move to just learn more about something, right? There's people that can teach them. They're still deciding, do I trust her? Do I like her work? Is this worth it for me? Am I a good candidate? They want these questions answered. And the second that you ask for that card, it creates friction, it creates pressure, and it creates ghosting. And I will say that from experience and testing this over and over and over. Sales happen after the trust is built. This is why as well, when you have the highest price in your area, people will still buy, because once they establish that trust from you, once they understand that you are an expert and that you can execute the exact look that they want, they will buy. And another thing that I've learned is people are busy. People have other obligations that might come up, so they don't want to feel like, wow, if I schedule this and I'm sick or I have another obligation come up, I'm going to get charged, right? So this is why we actually do make sure that we're weeding out the people who are very serious about showing up. And that's a whole nother area of increasing your show up rate. because obviously it's very frustrating to book consultations with people and for them to not show up or for them to ghost you. And to be honest, it's inevitable, right? Luckily, you didn't block off 3 hours for them, you block off 20 minutes for them, but this is part of our job. And just like there's psychology behind how to get people to answer and not ghost you, there's psychology behind how to get people to actually show up and commit to a time that they put on their calendar. So I will make an entire other video on that. But again, what artists don't see? They don't see that they're losing bookings, they're losing revenue, they're losing trust when they aren't offering something like a free consultation. That's no pressure, that's no commitment. You might think, oh, but I'll get fewer no-shows this way, or oh, I'll only attract the people that are serious. But the truth is, it's very, very easy to bring someone from interest to booking when you have them there in front of you. So think of all of those people, those opportunities that you're just turning away because you want to protect your time. You might be just optimizing for comfort in this case, but you're not optimizing for growth. Now, here are the results from my actual test that I did within my own business, because a lot of artists question me on, well, let's just try card on file and see what happens. And I've done this, right? Of course, I wanted to protect my time as much as possible as well. I've had the same thought. I'm an artist. I see people for consultations every single day. And here are the actual stats. So within 30 days, with no card on file, I booked 40 consultations, 30 of them showed, and 24 booked services. So 1 month, 24 booked powder brows, full price, because 40 people booked a consult with me. Now, with the card on file, who actually put the card on file in the next 30 days? 14 consults. So maybe I had 40 people wanting to book one, but only 14 were willing to put the card on file. 13 of them showed, so more people did show up when they had a card on file, money on the line. 9 booked. So if you compare those numbers, it's the same amount of ad spend. 1 month I did 24 full price powder brow clients. 1 month I did 9. That is all from asking for a card on file, asking for commitment before trust is built. This should share so much about how important trust is, especially in our industry. So again, the show rate did improve, but the total sales dropped by more than half. And that's the part that most artists completely miss, because likely they're not doing a controlled test. But don't worry, I've done all of that work for you a million times over. What I hear all the time is, I just need serious clients only, or I can't have my time wasted. But in reality, you're filtering out buyers too early. You're making strangers act like loyal clients. It does not work. So, an overview. The goal is not 0 no-shows, a perfect schedule. The goal is more services and more revenue, more money in your pocket, okay? Like I said, you might get blown off a few times, and I'm gonna just be honest, that's the reality. And when you don't take it so personal and you spend that time maybe ordering your supplies or popping on Ads Manager to optimize your ads, I mean, there's different things that you can do, of course, when things don't go your way. But I wouldn't trade this for anything. I'm working 3 days a week, I make over $10,000 in a month, and this is the strategy that works. And if you aren't willing to offer this, you just have to understand what you're missing out on. So just remember, you do not need a stricter system. You need friendlier policies, more inviting policies, and a smarter system. If you are a permanent makeup artist who doesn't want to keep guessing or working with agencies to get clients and run your business, I've created 2 ways to help you. If you're an experienced artist with a portfolio and reviews and you just want to have more bookings and raise your price, I can absolutely help you. That was exactly my situation, and I went from 3 to 4K unsteady months to actually making over $10,000 working even less. So if you just want more bookings, you're not even necessarily struggling, just give it a chance. I talk to so many artists who are so against working with anyone because they've been burned in the past, and so have I, right? But this is why I'm sitting here today, because I found something that truly does work, and I'd love to share that with you. If you're a newer artist, join my exclusive free community where I'll teach you the marketing foundations, I will teach you the basics, and you can even get your ads up and running. All right, I'll see you in the next video.